Hello everyone and welcome to The Random Robot Does Something Random. Today we're tackling barbecue repair. So I was cleaning out my barbecue, and after I was done scraping all the grunge out of the bottom, I noticed that my bottom tray has completely rusted out. So instead of buying a brand new barbecue, I'm just gonna trace this out on some sheet steel I bought at a local hardware store. This is 22 gauge or 0.79 millimeters. I'm just gonna cut it out with a pair of tin snips, and you can use a mini grinder for it. And I'm actually going to leave that top strip on the piece. I have to repair some other parts later for the diffusers, so I'm going to try to keep that as long as possible because I might want to be able to make two pieces out of it. So be sure when you're doing this you're using some gloves. Just take your time. You're going to have to curl the metal a little bit as you go and just cut through it. Again, if you had a mini grinder with a cutting disc, you could be through this in a hurry. I didn't have any cutting discs, so tin snips it is. So once you got the piece already cut out, make sure you do a trial fit in the barbecue first to make sure it is going to fit before you do anything else. And my barbecue came with a drip tray, so I'm going to use a piece of board under the steel, and I'm going to clamp this down with some C-clamps to the bench because I'm going to drill a hole through it and I don't want it spinning around. So I'm just using a hole saw here, cut a decent sized hole in it. So next I'm just going to drill some holes for the screws to hold this bracket for the drip pan on. And I'm just going to use this drill bit that's about the right size for my 632 screws. So drill the first hole, mark out the second, drill out the second hole. Now I'm just going to use about 150 grit sandpaper to give this a light sand on both sides. Once it's all sanded up, I'm just going to install the bracket with my 632 screws. So it just fits under there. So once that's installed, I'm going to take some heat-resistant paint or barbecue paint. Now, they only had gray at the hardware store today, so that's all I got. I normally pick black, but it doesn't seem to matter. So I'm going to give it a coat on one side, and then after, I'll leave that for at least 15-20 minutes, and I'll flip it over and do the other side. Once that's nice and dry, I'm going to come over and install it. But before I do that, I'm going to bend the material. I'm going to try to flare it up on the edges as much as possible. You kind of want to make a valley. See a nice little curvature. So any drips will come through will actually drip to the center. So that's all installed now and ready to go. I got a few more projects to do with this barbecue to extend its life. There it is through the grill. Yeah, you can see how some of my diffusers need to be replaced later. But at least I got the bottom drip pan in now, and I can use it probably for another couple seasons. Again, thanks for watching The Random Robot. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.